Hey everyone, Ryu here. Alright, a lot of people have been saying they want my older style videos. I'm a little bit out of practice, so please forgive me on that one. But I want to go ahead and I want to talk about something that I'm also going to be talking about in my live stream, but I'm hearing that some people aren't watching the live streams because they take too long, so on and so forth. One moment. Sorry about that noisy ass car coming down the road. Didn't want you guys to have to listen to that. Anywho, I want to go ahead and I want to talk about something that I'm going to be talking about a little later on. And that is when women lie without even saying a fucking word. And then have the audacity to say that if men lie in similar, maybe not the exact same ways, but we'll get to that. But when men do it, that it should, that if sex happens as a result of the lie, they should be convicted of rape. Oh. Let's go full in on this. So, you have women that will sit there, put on makeup, and really pile it on. Basically, completely reconstruct their face with it. Not hard to do with makeup. You have women that'll sit there, wear the Wonder Bra, all that sort of thing, making their bust look bigger and perkier than it actually fucking is. You've got women that'll wear special underwear, basically, that makes their butt actually look like a bubble butt when they actually have a fairly flat ass. Hell, even pads for the hips to make their hips look wider. Pads for their butt to make their butt look bigger when there's not even enough material to use the previous one for the lie. And yes, these are all lies. These are all visual lies. And remember, a lot of women have it set in their head that guys are strictly interested in what they look like, you know? Strictly interested in for their body. So, with them having that mindset and them doing that stuff, that shows that they're willing to lie about what they consider to be most important to guys. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the converse. You know, men can sit there and lie about them having a really good paying job, about them having a nice car. You know, go out and rent a car and say that that's their car and that sort of thing. Be house sitting for someone and, you know, take the woman back and it's a big, you know, house and that sort of thing. You know, big expensive house and all that sort of thing. When none of it's true. They're wanting to try, in some areas, to pass laws that would say that if any sex happens as a result of the man lying in that way, that it should be considered rape. Yet, I want you to go ahead and do a little brain experiment with yourself. Run it through your head. What would happen if someone even suggested that a woman who wore a push-up bra or wore heavy makeup or, you know, booty shorts or whatever the fuck you're gonna fucking have in there that presents a false image, and have it where they would be convicted of rape if the guy wanted to say that they raped them? Oh, you'd get press coverage on that going, oh my god, this is such a sexist law, da 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 da. While in the same reports, them sitting there and talking about the one where women can sit there and say that a guy raped them because the guy lied about how much he made, whatever, whatnot. And them sit there and say, oh, this is such a progressive law, this is how laws are supposed to be, they're supposed to be to protect the people, da 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 da. Let's just go ahead and be honest about that. So, go ahead and ask yourself, why is it okay for one to lie, but not the other? If equality is really the goal, why say that it's perfectly fine for one to lie, but the other not to? Why is deception from one part of the equation completely acceptable, while deception on the part of the other not? I want to know. Why would you say that that is all right? Why would you say that that is equal? Why would you say that that is fair? Why would you say that that is positive? Why would you say that that is progress? Now, I want to go ahead and ask you something else. Why aren't we having laws like that suggested to even the playing field? Why aren't we seeing movements to hold women to the same account as men? Why are we not trying to protect men and boys? Why are we not seeing any major strides or movements to get laws passed to protect people who have been, as of late, being proven to be innocent of crimes of which they have been societally convicted? Why is it okay to have kangaroo courts against men and have the odd woman run afoul of the system, but her really having to fuck up in a big fucking way to run foul of the system, while a man can just be sitting there in a chair and run afoul of the system for merely existing and not have any way of defending themselves against the accusations? Why is it whenever someone does bring that up, they get shamed? They get told that they're trying to protect criminals. No, we're not. We're not trying to protect criminals. We're trying to make sure that criminals from both sides get hit. Evenly. Equally. Just one moment. Sorry, I wanted to get another cigarette. But why is it that when you actually try to apply the rules evenly, suddenly it's sexist, suddenly it's misogynistic, or racist, or xenophobic, or something along those lines? Why is viewing everyone as equal in some way wrong? Why would you even consider that to be wrong? Why are you so scared of that? But the thing is we have been seeing lying coming from certain sources. And I'm not saying that it's all coming from one side, but there's a lot of lying coming from some very specific areas. Now, I want you to go ahead and take a look at those areas. And I want you to take a look at the actual demographic breakdown of where the stuff that's being proven to be blatant lies is coming from. I want you to go ahead and take a good, hard look at the demographics. You're going to notice something in common. You're going to tend to have a lot of women involved in it. Typically of the feminist sort. You know, the progressive feminists, you know, the weird colored hair, the fucking short hair, you know, the facial piercings or the tattoos all over the fucking place. Typically overweight, typically all these other fucking things. You tend to have those women involved in those areas. And those tend to be the women that are screaming sexism, racism, all that sort of shit the loudest. When someone merely brings up the actual statistics, showing the actual situation that's going on. Bringing up actual equality, saying, hey, if you want actual equality, this needs to be addressed. Well, no, you need to address what we want first, all the things that we want first, and then we'll address your things. And then once all the stuff that they brought up was addressed, all of a sudden they added more on. And then they added more, and they added more. Here's a secret. They're never going to stop adding more. They're never going to be satisfied. The only way to take care of it is for us to take care of it. People who actually still have a functioning brain that hasn't been completely destroyed by dyeing our hair every 2 weeks. It's up to us at this point. We have to push for the change. We have to stop following these bullshit rules that are being passed by a vast minority of people with the express intent purpose of silencing the majority. I'm saying stop using the pronouns. If what you're talking to is a male, refer to it as a male. If what you're talking to is a female, refer to it as a female. Use those pronouns. Don't play the game. If someone uses violence against you, use violence to defend yourself. Match the force that's being brought against you. If they're yelling at you, go ahead and yell back. If they put hands on you, put hands on them. They come at you with a weapon, take the weapon out of their hand and beat them over the head with it. What can I say? I'm so sick and tired of people saying that to make change, you have to be this passive little lamb, that you have to just let them pound at you over and over and over again, and eventually people are going to see that. That is absolute bullshit. The whole history is written by the victor comes in right here. And the way that they're seeding everything, they're making it illegal for people to even notice that stuff. And even if they notice that stuff, they can't bring it up. Not even in whispers. So go ahead, start calling it out. And guys, if you are of the type that's going to go out and date a woman, here's a real way to put them to the fucking test. Tell them you want to go on a date with them wearing no makeup. And make them prove that they have no makeup on the date. If you're with some cute little fucking thing and you go home to fuck her brains out, and you go ahead, watch her pull off that bra. If all of a sudden her cup size goes down by 1 or 2 sizes, turn around and walk the fuck out. Say you don't sleep with liars. She's wearing those special shorts that fucking makes her ass look bigger and rounder, and all of a sudden she's got a saggy ass or something along those lines. Again, turn around and walk out. Say, I don't sleep with liars. Because if she's willing to lie to you on that level, if she's willing to lie to you on that level, she is definitely going to sit there and think that you are nothing but superficial. She thinks very lowly of you. And at that point, she doesn't know you. She's not worth your time. Find one that is. Good luck with that. Quite frankly, I think at this point, if guys were to all around just start doing that, all of a sudden, we'd see a real shift in women. Because figure it this way, for any women that are watching this, if you went out on a date with a guy, and he was wearing some somewhat tighter jeans, and you could basically see his dick going halfway down his leg, and then you got back to the bedroom, and when he pulled it down, he had stuffed something down there to make it look like he had a big dick. And he's like this. You're not going to be happy with that shit. You're going to be fucking pissed off. You're going to talk mad smack about him later on. Hell, you're probably going to laugh in his face and walk the fuck out. Why in the fuck should we not do that to you? What, because you're women? Well, don't know if you've been on my channel for long. But if you haven't, you're probably not going to be on my channel for much longer. Because I'm about to say something that's going to piss you off. And that is, fuck your feelings. You don't care enough about our feelings? You don't care enough about being honest with us? Why in the fuck should we be honest with you? Why in the fuck should we care about your feelings? You don't have the decency to be truthful with us? Why should we be truthful with you? Hell, if you don't have the decency to be true with us about who you are and what you are, why should we trust you? I've covered this before on other videos. Marriage, relationships, all of it. It's a huge risk for guys. You have some risk, yes. But almost none of it's legal risk. In almost no way can you end up in prison. In almost no way can you end up in debt for the rest of your life with nowhere to turn. You hit hard times, you get sympathy. You get empathy from people. We hit hard times, we're just deadbeat dad. Or we're just that guy that refused to pay his ex her dues. Fuck you. And to the ladies out there who are thinking about getting a divorce right now, or have gotten a divorce before, you are entitled to nothing. You are breaking the contract. He should not have to pay for your ass. And if you want to say, well, I gave him the best years of my life, guess what? He gave you his too. He worked to support you. You were partners. If a business goes under, one partner doesn't have to continue paying the other one for the rest of their life out of their new paycheck from their new job. So why in the fuck should we have to pay you? It's one-sided, and we're sick of it. And we're not going to take it anymore. We're done. We absolutely refuse to continue to capitulate to this absolute travesty of a legal and social system that, quite frankly, women have created. Men created the system at first, then women got the right to vote, and you sat there and you voted all of our rights away. Just so that way you could get better paydays. So if you want to go ahead and take a look at the reason why there aren't any more good men out there, why men are starting to run from you, why we want nothing to do with you anymore, other than maybe to sit there and view you as nothing but a wet hole, go ahead and take a look at how women have been treating men. Look at how you've geared society. Because remember, women are the social creatures. You're the ones who have the social power, remember? And all these problems that we're having, very much so, are social, including the legal ones. Because it's become socially unacceptable to speak out against anything that would benefit a woman, no matter how badly it fucks over men. So, just keep that in mind the next time you want to ask where all the good men have gone. Because I'll answer it right now. You killed them. You made it impossible for them to exist anymore. And the good men that are out there want nothing to do with you. Because we are an endangered species. And remember, humans do everything they can to protect the endangered species.